It will be a short one because we're having a cabinet meeting, and your cabinet meeting can go up till midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning. The Executive Secretary Salvador Medaldia and the other members of the cabinet are newly appointed officials from the different government agencies and the government-owned and controlled corporations. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Hindi masyado ako nagbasa ng speech, but I said we have a time constraint here. A cabinet meeting needs a lot of time para makapagsalita ang lahat. Let me take this moment to express my sincerest gratitude to you newly appointed officials for answering the call to render honest, effective, and genuine service for the benefit of our people. As you take your oath today, may you be inspired to become dedicated, effective agents of change in your respective departments, agencies, and offices. Keep in mind that you are committing to something that is larger than yourselves, and part of your responsibilities is to uphold integrity, accountability, and the transparency in the institutions that you will serve. Our people have long suffered from the scourge of corruption and red tape in the bureaucracy. As you assume respective offices, I expect you to help me in the task of regaining our people's trust in government by pursuing necessary bureaucratic reforms that will enable us to address the needs to those we serve. Know that you'll always have my complete support as long as you resist any temptation that will taint your character and reputation as public servants. Alam mo, for those who are ousted from government, sinasabi nila na maraming military sa gobyerno ko. Maraming namang abogado. Lahat naman nasabit sa korupsyon. Dito na lang ako sa military. Mapagsabihan mo pa ng prangka. Keep your dignity intact, because I personally guarantee that any form of corruption will be dealt with promptly and severely. Let us all work together so that we may finally end the ills that have degraded the level of governance in this country. Help me institute the necessary reforms so that our government may effectively stamp out criminality, illegal drugs, terrorism, and other ills that have prevented us from improving the lives of our people. I welcome you to government service with a challenge for you to help me steer the course of our nation towards lasting peace and greater development. Let us carry out our shared duty of building a stronger and more progressive Philippines that we can all leave behind to future generation of Filipinos. Yung maraming salamat po, maya na lang, maidagdag lang ako. You know, the Philippines today is really not that well masabi mo that can carry out within a limited period of time for the remaining years of my term. Hindi talaga kaya. And as it is yung Bangsamoro law, there are already sort of just sparks there that would tend to maybe derail the smooth transition for the Bangsamoro people. That is territorial. Yung kay Murad, MILF. Meron tayong MNLF, that is the Sulu up to Tawi-Tawi area, Basilan. I am praying to God that Nurmiswari will be enlightened and he'll be able to accept maybe the same terms that we have extended to Murad. That is the only way really, without a breakage in our society. Meron po akong ISIS. And ito yung nagbibigay sa akin ng kaba talaga. I am not a person easily swayed by itong mga dito, but yung potok, you are not, you are a spectators of the international scene. Nakikita naman yun, nababasa ninyo, CNN, if you go to YouTube, wherever you are, makita ninyo ngayon. Ang tinatakutan ko yung just like Iraq, Syria, na maraming inosenteng taong nadadali. Talagang ako nagdarasal. I'm praying. I really pray. Talagang lumuluhod ako sa Diyos na to spare us the kind of brutality and cruelty in our country, because it will really be bloody. Bloody as it can ever be. Ayaw kong mag-umpisa. But ayaw ko naman sa panahon ko na gagawin mo sa akin yan. Do it some other time, pero wag sa akin. Di talaga ako papayag at hindi ako magpalugi. And you have the drugs until now. Itong international scene, America and the rest, just parang unggoy, no see, no hear, no talk. But sila na mismo, and even during the time of Alunan, so that would be Ramos, who was the president, he was called to DEA, America. And we were told that at the rate that the drug problem is swallowing the country, it will not be long before we will become a narco state. And it came to pass. Mga mayor, mga gobernador, mga barangay captain, 13,000 of them went into drugs. Some are still there. And a lot of people died. Alam mo, in the 888, pinopopost ko dyan yung developments ng drug war. And you'd notice that yung mga AAA sa pangalan, that is arrested. Yung N is not neutralized. Makita naman yun sa 888 araw-araw because that's only the available data that I have coming from the law enforcement. On any page, on any day, you see about 1 or 2. Ano ba ito? Ano ba sinasabi nila? Where do they get their information? May I get it from the police and I share it with the public? Maraming nahuli. Tingnan nyo araw-araw. Nakaposte yan dyan eh. And in about 20, 30 arrests, ends up nahuli. May mga dalawa, tatlo na mamatay. Naturally. You know, the war in Marawi did not start with just a rebellion. The police went there to serve a warrant for the arrest of a Maoti member family. And yung ano doon was really a service in connection with a drug problem. There was no outright rebellion, but since tinulada yung Marawi, they had to go in first. Pinagbabaril yung mga pulis ko, then the Marines went in. And they were killed, 9 of them, when they crossed the Pandip bridge. So doon nag-uwisa ang fight. It did not start with the rebellion of ideology. There was no problem. Yung ISIS, but too far away. Doon nag-umpisa ang. And have lost several policemen, military men, and maimed mga sundalo ko, walang paa, walang. And ako naman ngayon, I buy them the titaniums. I do not go for the plastic ones. And some of them are able to go back to fight. So you have this problem. Tapos itong loto, okay, sinabi ko, tinignan ko, okay, you can resume with that. STL, periyahan ng bayan, utang. Puro nakaw. Ang i-remit nila, may loss yung kinukuna na nila. So I had to stop it. Ang corruption talaga, sabi ko nga, have you ever heard me say that gusto ko nang mag-resign kasi hindi ko mahabol ang corruption. I thought I could. But, you know, corruption has permitted government itself. Sinabi ko, it's corrupt to the core, and it is right now. Mahirap tanggalin lahat. I just fired 64. But if I could get away with the 100 more, I think we'll have a cleaner, a better customs. BIR. Pero sigurado, itong 64 talagang tatanggalin ko na. And they have been there for 36, 38 years. Without necessarily offending anybody. Nung maliit pa kami, si Bongbong Medjadiak, kababata ko yan, Sunny Dominguez. Sa maliit pa ang Davao noon, yung, sa subdivision namin, ang magagandang bahay, tatay ko gobernur, tatay niya provincial fiscal, nung gobernur ang tatay ko. Pero ang magagandang bahay sa subdivision namin, customs, BIR. Was taken for granted over the years. Talagang ano yun? Kita ka na mga magandang kotse, customs. May bagong mga model na magdating sa Davao noon, sila ang nauna. But those events were taken for granted. Ganon kaingay ang putang inang Pilipino, wala namang ginagawa. All talk, takot naman. Or, padrino, pare, leader ko yan. I bow down to the wisdom of God that I run without any political backing. Wala akong niisa dito sa Maynila na baski barangay captain o barangay kagawad. But I won, nag-landslide ako dito. When sabagay, sa mga Muslim areas, nag-landslide talaga ako, layo. and only because of my kinship, my mother being a mestiza Marano. Mindanao gave me the largest, but in Manila I won. So it was really the message that I carried. Wala naman akong iba. Wala akong mga railway, wala akong ano, because those were promises made by the opposite camp. And you cannot ape or mimic what they say kung panahon mo. So I just said, I'll stop corruption, drugs. Itong dalawa, medyo matindi. Sa drugs, karaming demanda ko. Akala man ng mga gago puta, pasok nila kung sa kulungan. Dalhin ko kayo sa impyerno bago ako papasok dyan. So these are the things that what ails the country. And singular, this is what ails the country. If you guys, Filipinos, want help in your own way, ang kailangan lang naman ng Pilipino, just tell everybody, it's just to be assertive. Period. Copy the Americans if you will. Tawagin tayong copycat, so be it. What's wrong in copying good practices and good governance? Tell our people to be assertive. Pag nagbayad na, tapos hingian pa, ang sabi ko, there's an 888. Those are the drug wars. Akala nyo siguro mga ulol. Yung nakalista, hindi yan patay lahat. Pagka A yan, arrested. Pagka N, neutralized. And day to day, thousands of them have been published. Wala kang nakita namang isa, dalawa ang natural. I want all this putang inang human rights na ito kung saan nila iniimbento, kinukuha nila. Those are official records. I go by them. You can hardly say that there's a massacre of human rights by drug violators. Isa, dalawa. Samantala ako, araw-araw, namamatay ako ng 3 pulis. So these are the things. Mag-assertive sila. Pag nagbayad na sila, paghingit, sabihin mo sa mga tao ninyo. Ako, sabi ko sa Filipino, you're listening now. I hope this is a fairly widely coverage. Pag hiniang ka ulit sampalin mo, create a scene, you scandalize. Because that thing will reach my ear. Pagdating dito, ipatawag ko yung putang ina yan, tapos dito. Pasampal ko sa iyo ng 5 beses. Tapos sipain ko. Ginagawa ko yan dito. Magtanong ka dyan sa mga gwardiya. Nagbubugbog talaga ako ng tao dito. So, if I was not able to really become the president in stature and in deportment, well, you just consider me your mayor. May mayor man kayo sa probinsya ninyo. Tuling na lang ninyo akong mayor ninyo. Mas mabuti pa. Wala pa akong inhibition. Pero yan ang, sa kaliit-liit kong ito, sa awa ng Diyos. Been a mayor for 23 years, 3 years as a congressman, 3 years as a vice mayor of my daughter. Lahat ng kasalanan ng mundo, babae, patay, pero yung corruption, wala akong hilig sa pera. Iba ang hilig ko. Yung short time lang. After that, no more. So that's the thing I'd like to convey to you. Na kami, baski mahirap lang kami, sabi nila sa probinsyano kami. And do you know why most of them are, the cabinet members are military men? So it's a misnomer actually. Once they retire, died in the war, civilians na yan. But the one thing, because most of them passed by Mindanao during the years when I was mayor, I practically know everybody. So yung mga generals na yan, talagang, pag sinabi mong gawain mo yan sa 3 araw, kung magpatay ka, kailangan pumatay ka, tapusin mo yan. Tatapusin. Pag sinabi mo walang korupsyon, wag lang ikaw ang mag-corrupt, because kung ang head of office will go into corruption, wala ka ng control sa tao. Sasabihin ba na nila, bakit, Duterte, ikaw lang gustong yumaman? Sabi ko yan, I do not want to spoil your day. I want you to be happy. You have new, alam mo, not all Filipinos are given the chance to exercise sovereign functions. Every time that you sign, it's for and in behalf of the Republic. It is a sovereign act. Even if yours is just to review whatever it is a process in the whole gamut of governance. So, sana you will keep faith with your oath of office, and let us try to improve. We cannot stamp out corruption completely. Pero ako, with the remaining years, ihirit ako ng ihirit. Just to keep it maybe to the barest, pinaka-bare minimum. And I would be happy. And I would be very thankful if you can help me. Salamat po.